Hello everyone, it's Laurie from Cook Scrap Craft. Welcome back to the channel. Today's process video is my take on day 14 of the 30 Days of Sketches Challenge hosted by Christy's Beautiful Life. I've been posting all of my daily layouts on my Instagram channel. You'll find the link for that below. You might have noticed that on June 14th, I didn't post a 30 Days of Sketches challenge, and that's because I was saving it for this process video to air today. So I decided that I wanted to use this from my tennis photos because the sketch for the day is actually a 2-pager, which is awesome. I love that there's such a nice selection of sketches for this series that are single page as well as double page, that are multi-photo as well as single photo. And it's been really fun to use up my stash in different ways based on the sketch inspiration, as well as use some of the new items that I purchased to play along with for the month of June. So it's been a great stash buster. It's really helped me get through a lot of my photos, and I do now have my December photos printed, and so I can get started on some of those. I can get started on my December daily, so I've got a lot more photo selection, which is very important when you're doing a 30 Days of Sketches challenge, because you don't want to run out of photos. You don't want to run out of adhesive or photos. So the next one, I don't know when it's going to be, but you can follow along in the Facebook group, which I'll try to remember to link below. And that way you'll know when it's going to be happening, and you can kind of try to prepare in advance with your photos and your adhesive. All right, so these are photos, again, from the US Open. I'm finishing up, these are the last photos that I needed to scrapbook for that photo, series. I already did photos of my kid at the Kid Zone, and so these are just the photos of us going from court to court, watching some games, exploring, and I wanted to do a 2-page layout with this. Originally, I had a different idea for something, and I decided not to do it because I wanted to use this for the day 14 sketch. So these are all the tennis items, tennis embellishments, tennis papers that I purchased to play with in my June haul. You can see that video on the channel if you want to know more about the items that I purchased. So the background papers are actually 2 green sheets of Cartabella cardstock. And then the tennis printed word paper is, I think, called Scrapbook Customs. Scrapbook Custom, I think that's what it is, as well as that tennis ball paper that I'm using there. I'm pretty sure Scrapbook Customs. I got it from scrapbook.com, so you'll be able to find it there. One weird thing, as I was working with this, there was a smell. And I don't know if it was from these papers. I've never smelled it before while scrapbooking. Maybe, it could have been in my house. I don't know. But I was attributing it to the papers, that I was using. Because as soon as I took everything out of the bag, that's when I started noticing there was an interesting smell. I don't smell it anymore. It has gone away. It has evaporated. But just know what you're getting into if you also purchase these papers. So the photos, I've got a 4x6 horizontal, and then the other 2 photos I cut down to 3x4, so they're going directly underneath that 4x6 photo. I'm going to bring the tennis page over to the other side, as well as that tennis ball paper. I'm doing a few little paper strips going up there at the top left of the page. There's the green is actually the branding strip from the Cartabella sheet. So the one side has the words of the company on it, and then the opposite side is just solid green all the way across, which I love. I love when branding strips are all the way across. So I'm using, bringing that element back over there with the strips. And then the other strip is from the branding strip from that Simple Stories. It was a dog-themed paper. I don't know the name of the collection, but it's tennis balls. You saw me use it on the other tennis layout that I did. But it's really for dogs. The back of the paper is dog bones. I think you'll see in a second, because I do bring that Simple Stories paper onto the other side as well. So I'm popping up that tennis ball die cut on some foam squares. Interesting story. When I was looking on the ground, on the messy floor, looking for something else, you know what I discovered? 2 sheets of foam squares that had never been used. I went, oh wow, I don't have to buy any more of these because now I've got a whole bunch. That's amazing. Why were they on the floor? Who knows, you guys? If you know, you know. And if you're like, I always clean up my mess, my floor is immaculate. Well, Don't come to my scrap room then. I don't know what to tell you. The game is also from the Simple Stories ephemera set. I'm basically using up every piece of ephemera in that Simple Stories tennis collection. And I think I said when I first purchased this, they have a couple of these ephemera sets where they're sort of, I think they're called like page completers or something like that. But they give you an idea of how to use them on the back of the package, but they don't actually make tennis themed papers. So it's just the embellishments, and then you kind of have to add everything else to it. So that's why I purchased all these other papers, because there's no Simple Stories tennis collection. It's just these ephemera pieces, which are really great. But I do wish there maybe had been like a smaller page kit that went along with it, something to just get at least like one layout complete, right? I think that would be pretty cool. I like the ephemera pieces. They're really great. But for me, I would prefer to have an actual page kit. Doesn't have to be a full collection, but just, a little something so that you have everything you need right away. That's just me. No one from Simple Stories is asking my opinion, but if someone from Simple Stories is watching this, maybe this is something to consider. All right, so for this side of the page, you see I brought the tennis patterned word paper back over to the edges. So those are kind of bookmarking both sides of this double page layout. And then my 4x6 photos, I'm cutting down to 3x4. So I'm going to have three 3x4 photos matted onto the colorful tennis ball paper. I kind of wanted to use the dark tennis ball paper, but it just wasn't wide enough for all of these photos. So I had to use the tennis ball paper. It was fine. Originally what I was going to do was mat them on the dark tennis ball paper and then have the light tennis ball paper be behind it. I just reversed it because that's just how everything fit, and that's totally fine. So I'm going to cut this and make sure that the matting is just the right size for all of these pieces. I will cut off the excess on the right edge, and then I'm going to figure out how to fit the dark tennis ball papers to go behind it. Again, kind of trying to play along kind of exact with the sketch. I didn't do the embellishments the exact same way as what was shown on the sketch, and that's totally fine. What I like about these sketches is that you can do them exactly the way they show, or you can be like, oh, this has 2 pictures, I'm just going to do 1, or maybe I'll rotate this, or this is an 8.5 by 11 sketch, but I'm going to make it bigger for 12 by 12. So there are a lot of different ways that you can do this, and this is a really fun challenge, and I'm so glad that I'm still like in the middle of it, and I haven't gotten behind, and everything is working out just great. I've even done some paper issues challenges this month, so I'm going to have a lot of photos to show you in next month's layout share video. And if you want to see that, as well as more process videos, make sure that you have subscribed to my channel. All you have to do is hit that subscribe button. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. Let me know down in the comments that you are here. Just say hello, or if you have any questions about the stuff that you're seeing me do, products, techniques, whatever, just leave those questions down in the comments and I will get back to you. If you are liking this video, whether you're a subscriber or not, be sure to hit that thumbs up button so that it records that you like it, because that helps me out, and watching this video is helping me out too. So thank you guys so much for spending time with me today going through this tennis themed process video. And obviously this is tennis themed, but you don't have to make a layout that's tennis. It doesn't even have to be sports. This is a great 2-page sketch that you can use for any type of photos, any type of embellishments, any type of papers that you have. And that's what I think is so great about sketches, is that even if it looks like there's something specific in a sketch, you don't have to be super specific that way. You can, like I said before, you can turn these into however it's going to work. So I've got the tennis court down, or the tennis net down below the photos, and then the big tennis word. And then up above, there's a little journaling spot, which I really appreciate that they added that to this collection. I've added the word match, and then I'm going to do another tennis ball. Over on the other left-hand page, there was also a tennis racket and the word set that I put down on the bottom left of my photo cluster. And so basically this layout shows game, set, match, right? I think that's really cool. I really like this ephemera collection. So I'm just going to stick that down. I got to do my journaling and make sure that the tennis ball isn't going to cover up what I'm writing. I didn't leave a whole lot of space for journaling, so I'm basically just keeping it very simple, just writing out, where we were and what we were doing, which is just checking out some tennis games, looking at new players, up-and-coming players, and trying to find shade because it was so hot. The U.S. Open in New York is always at the end of August, and it's like It's brutal, you guys. It's really bad. So if you go on the free family day, or if you get tickets, I don't know, bring like a cushion to sit on, because metal benches in the heat is not good. So here are the close-ups. I hope that this video was inspiring to you, just showing my take on this sketch. You can head to the Facebook group and see other people sharing their takes on this sketch. If you like this video, again, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and I look forward to scrapping with you next time. Bye.